Riley, I know you're right there. People have been asking where you've been. I think have courage and I'm trying to. I'm right here for you. Please let me in. We only have each other and like a million other people each. It's just you and me. What are we gonna do? Hey, Riley! Hi, it's week 5. Holy shit, we've been doing this for a month. Hi, how are you? I haven't actually talked to you in a while because you've been really busy. So I thought I'd open the video with "Do you want to build a snowman?" because I texted you that the other day and you thought it was pretty funny. So, hi. I really don't have a plan for this video today, so I'm just gonna wing it. I had a plan, but it was like really bad. I'm probably gonna bring it up again in the future, maybe next week or the week after. But, you know, hi, how are you? I really should have planned for this. Something that I can tell you, though, is you asked what the top 5, my 5 favorite days of my life are. And in no particular order, because if I order them, I'm gonna cry. Starkid Takes Manhattan. The Starship read-through has to be up there. Maybe not up there, but it'll be in my list. The Starship read-through, because that was, like, amazing, and I met you, I met a bunch of other people, too. God, I don't have 5 great days. I'm gonna say when I opened to do Shrek the Musical, or any opening night I've ever had. No, Beauty and the Beast. When I did Beauty and the Beast, it was about a month ago, that was really fun. That first opening show, because I was having some trouble with the timing, because we weren't using a live orchestra, we were using a CD instrumental for the music, and I was having a lot of trouble with the timing. So I got that in the dress rehearsal we did before we opened that day. So that was a pretty good day for me. Did I say Starkid Takes Manhattan? Yeah, I did. Seeing The Addams Family on Broadway, I'm gonna say, because that was really amazing. No, Newsies on Broadway. Newsies. No, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Anytime I saw a Broadway show. And do I really not have 5 favorite days of my life? I don't have 5 favorite days of my life, Riley. I'll get back to you on that, but you got 4, guys. Now, Starkid Takes Manhattan's great because not only did I see Starkid, but I had Alice in Wonderland rehearsal earlier before I drove into New York, and before I left, I went out for pizza with a bunch of people in the cast, including Marin, you know Marin, her sister, and just a bunch of other people in the cast, and it was a really great time, so that... Oh, no. I found the 5th greatest day of my life. A few days ago, on... Yeah, Tuesday, because I thought your video was going up, then I realized it was going up the next day. So Tuesday was amazing. I was going to go see Macbeth with 4 of my friends, and we accidentally saw this thing called Shakespeare for Kids from the Shakespeare Festival they were doing. It was like really kiddie, and they did a song, and the audience had to sing along. It was pretty stupid. And people didn't die, they just got covered in silly string. So it was really stupid. But then we went back to our friend's house, and we watched a bunch of old DVDs of things that our theater group did that we weren't in, but they were. So we saw that, and then we went back and saw the college that did Shakespeare for Kids was also doing Cinderella, an adaptation of Cinderella. So we saw that. That was actually really good and pretty funny. So that is the 5th greatest day of my life. There you go, Riley, 5 days. Alright, now I'm going to stop this clip, take about 5 minutes to think about what the fuck I'm going to say today. Alright, Riley, I know exactly what I'm going to talk about today. This is something I've thought about, and it's sort of a theory, but it's not, because there's no theory element behind it, but I still think the viewers and you might be interested in it. So, without further ado, I present the Starkid Theory. So basically what the Starkid Theory is it proposes that every Starkid musical takes place on one timeline in the same universe, and the reason that the same Starkid actors keep doing these shows, and you know, Dumbledore looks exactly like Jafar. The explanation for that is that they're on timeline, they're descendants of each other, and they just look like their ancestors. So that's that. So first up on the timeline is Twisted. Now, Twisted gives us the typical Once Upon a Time setting, but looking at the original story of Aladdin, it takes place in the 1300s to the 1400s, so that's where I'm placing it on the timeline. Now, you might argue that the Disney movie of which the musical is actually based on might take place somewhere else, like there's a theory that it's in a post-apocalyptic future for us, because the genie makes references to all these movies, and also, that this magic is actually, like, just advanced technology, but it's Disney. There's magic. So, that's that. Yeah, that's that. So, Twisted, first on the timeline. That's it. Nothing else. Next on the timeline is the Trail to Oregon. Yes, this timeline is going to include the Trail to Oregon and Annie. So, the Trail to Oregon, I didn't really look it up, but looking at it, judging by the set and everything, because I watched it, it looks like it takes place in the 1800s. So it's very Western, so I'm putting it after Twisted on the timeline. So yeah, that's that. Also, Trail to Oregon was amazing. It was so much better than Annie. Go watch it, go watch it, go watch it, go watch it right now. Next up, we have Holy Musical Batman. Now, something I'm relying on this list is, if Starkid says it's a year, it is that year. So, we have Holy Musical Batman, which, according to Alfred, is 1997. So forget that iPhones exist, forget that Twitter exists, forget that Obama is president. It takes place in 97. End of story. Good day, sir. You stole fizzy lifting drink, so you get nothing. Good day, sir. Yeah, so next up on the timeline is Me and My Dick, which took place in 2007 because it mentions that Joey Richter is a senior in high school, so when Joey Richter was actually a senior in high school, it was 2007. So Me and My Dick takes place in 2007. End of story. That is really all there is to say about it. Yeah, I should mention that this isn't really a theory as much as a possible mapped out timeline. Alright, would this video look better with the title The Starkid Theory or the title The Starkid Mapped Out Timeline? I'm guessing the first one, so I'm calling it the first one. Okay, now we have a Harry Potter sequel. I debated where to put this on the timeline because it technically is a sequel taking place 3 days after a Harry Potter musical, but fuck that noise because we are putting it in 2008 where we spend the majority of the show. So, it takes place in 2008. Which is then, of course, followed by a Harry Potter musical, which takes place in 2009. Now, I know Harry Potter actually takes place in 91, starting with Sorcerer's Stone, but at one point in the show, Draco says, in a Harry Potter sequel, he says, I come from the distant future of 2009. So right there, Starkid says it's a year, it is that year. So that's that. Moving on to... Alright, so next up is a Harry Potter senior year, which takes place in 2015, because 7 years from 2008 is 2015. So, a Harry Potter senior year is happening next year. Probably right under our noses. Okay, but anyway, Harry Potter sequel, 2015. Alright, so that's that. Next up is Starship. Now, Starship is an original musical, but it is also a little bit of a parody of Starship Troopers. Now, so Starship Troopers has a date. Now, it's a book and a movie, and I just kind of Googled when it took place, and I found a Yahoo Answers thing. So I'm going with that, and I think there's like a new TV series that takes place in a different time. We're going with the original novel. So the original novel takes place in, oh god, when was it? Starship Troopers takes place in... There are a bunch of different answers here. Someone says it's set in the 23rd century. I have a low battery on my iPod. Some people say it's set in the 23rd century, so in about 200 years. 2230 or 2240. And then someone says... Well, the best answer on this Yahoo answer I looked up is 2075-ish. So we're going with Starship Troopers takes place in 2075-ish because the good people on Yahoo Answers voted that the best answer. So 2075-ish. End of story. I've ended a lot of my clips off with that, but anyway, moving on. We are moving on to Annie, which is farthest in the timeline, I think. Now, time on, God, what is it, Naboo and Tatooine and Hoth and all those planets are going to be different from what Earth is, but from what I looked up, Star Wars A New Hope, which looks to be along the course of time that Annie is taking place, spoiler alert, sort of, not really, so 0 BBY, I didn't see what BBY stood for, but, so, I don't know when exactly that is in Earth time, but I'm gonna say that at the time of A New Hope, the human calendar is restarted, so by that time, so if Starship Troopers is in 2075, that by the time Annie comes around, we have restarted the calendar. So it's kind of sloppy work, but that's what I'm gonna say. So Riley and everyone watching, that is the Starkid Theory, that all Starkid shows take place in the same universe. And I'm gonna say a little something, that I truly believe that Batman's great-grandson, or son, or Batman, not Batman, I'm gonna say that Batman's, like, daughter or granddaughter is Umbridge. So, chew on that for a bit, because that kind of explains why they look so alike. That was kind of the root of this theory. So, Dumbledore is a descendant of Jafar, and that's that. So, think about that for a bit, and I hope you guys all liked my theory. So, yeah, that's that. It was, hopefully interesting to you guys. If it wasn't, tell me and I won't ever talk about it again. But, yeah, that's that. And everyone can shut up now as I talk directly to Riley. Riley, check your freaking email. I sent you Chapter 1 of Cyan Warrior 2. Read it now. Now. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. And for the first time in forever, I didn't have to split this into 2 parts. Yeah, I'm on a roll with everything, and Frozen references, and all sorts of crap. So, Riley, question of the day, what is your favorite Starkid musical? Because that's the most generic question of the day I could possibly think of. So that's that, and also, message to the viewers who probably all saw this, but I took part in, this is a bit of shameless self-advertising, I was part of a concert called A Very Star Cult concert last night, where my friend Ashley and a bunch of other people got on a Google Hangout and live streamed us singing all of the songs from every Starkid musical, and of course, in true Insta-Starkid read-through fashion, it got way too freaking long, and we had to cut it off because people had to start leaving. So, I will put a link to part 1 down in the description. So if you haven't seen it, please go watch it. It was totally awesome. And Riley, I will hopefully talk to you soon. Text me a date that we can Google Hangout. And also, interesting bit of info, I'm starting Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, a 2-week production of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory Jr. on Monday. So I have that to look forward to. So I won't be available that much anymore, I guess. So if you see me post on Instagram less, or basically browsing the internet less, that's why, because I'm gonna start a life soon. Yeah, so anyway, Riley, that's that. Hope you enjoyed this week's video, and Riley, I will see you on Wednesday, but please, please, please go... I can talk. Riley, if you're free at all, just kind of kick me and we'll Google Hangout. Because I miss you. I need to talk to you because you're my friend. And I'm missing you. I'm just missing you. So yeah, that's that. Answer the question of the day and everything. And everyone have a great week. And Riley, I will talk to you on Wednesday. Whoosh. I was gonna do a cool camera goes into my eye thing, but like the hat is blocking my iPod, so that's gonna kind of not work. Bye guys! Click the links below to see the Very Star Cult concert and the Pixar Theory. Those are the things I was gonna link to. Bye guys! And Riley. Bye Riley and guys. Sounds like a band. Riley and guys. Bye guys! This video is gonna run way too long, you know. Michael, shut the frick up and end the video. Bye guys!